Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. There's a couple different things that I'm going to be going over in this video. The first thing is, as you've seen in yesterday's video, I talked about my new product launch and what those entail, and today I just made my first batch of them. So first off, we have and by the way, I'm getting labels soon, so bear with me. But this is the Vanilla Absolute Eau de Parfum in a 50 ml, and it smells absolutely amazing. Next off, we have the Benzoin Eau de Toilette. This is very nice, and the coloring on this is just beautiful. And then we have the Amber Core, and this smells very warm, sweet, almost aquatic. Last but not least, we have the trusty ISO E Super, and its soft, woody, powdery note there. So, if you want a batch of these, they're selling out very quickly. Go in the description and the link will be right there for you guys. But let's get into this video as I turn on my weighing machine here. So, as you guys might know, I've still been working on this men's cologne for a cafe. And there's a couple things that I kind of want to experiment with you guys today. Originally, I had a top note of mint, bergamot, and mandarin with a base note of whiskey and coffee, and then a middle note of whiskey and coffee, and then a base note of cacao, benzoin, ethyl maltol, sandalwood, tobacco, and suede. But today I wanted to kind of show you guys some new ingredients I'm going to add to it. And for the top note, I'm going to try to mess with basil. Now, adding basil might interrupt this whole sequence I have already this far, but I think it can add a sense of freshness, and it will go well with the mint and bergamot. And then the second thing I added was magnolia, and to the middle note. So I think the magnolia can kind of even some stuff out, make it a little bit more floral with the cacao and whiskey notes. And magnolia is a really nice, sweet, soft white flower. So let's take off the cap here. Oops. I already have all the measurements down. I'll say it as I go through it, but first off, we're gonna start with 0.2 of cacao. Done a little bit too much cacao. I'm going to take out a little bit if I can. There we are. Perfect. Now I'm going to add 0.05 or 0.1 of sandalwood. That's going to bring it to 0.3. And then 0.1 of ethyl maltol. Which will bring it a nice sweet, almost burnt sugar aroma. And then I think I'm going to add 0.1 of tonka bean. Or I'm going to do 0.05 actually. Just because tonka bean has a slight coconut woodiness to it. And since I already have whiskey lactone, which has a main component of coconut, I don't want to overbear it where it just smells like coconut. And then I'm going to add 0.05 of benzoin. Which brings it to 0.5. And then last two for the base note, it's going to be tobacco at 0.1 gram. Then lastly, suede leather at 0.05. Moving on to the middle note, I'm going to start off with magnolia, and this will be 0.25. So I'll have a pretty decent impact, hopefully a good one. That's going to bring it all the way to 0.9 there. Now we're going to add 0.3 of coffee. Whew. So refreshing. It's weird. Before I started making perfumes, I wasn't like too fond of the smell of coffee. Like, I just thought it was like alright. So now recently, as I smell so many things constantly, I learned like when I smell coffee, it's like almost refreshing. It's really weird. It's like the only perfume ingredient that really does that. Well, that and juniper, but juniper is like my favorite of all time. And we're gonna add 0.2 of whiskey. It's pretty crazy. The coloring on this one is almost like a bronze color, a metal bronze, which I've never seen. Which is, if I could do this with, I guess what I'm trying to say is if I can make it the color on the final bottle, of like the full bottle, that'd be super cool. And then we're gonna do 0.125 of mandarin. Bergamot, 0.125 again. So that's going to bring it at 650. And then 0.1 of mint. And then last but not least, basil note at 0.05. A slight touch of basil that will hopefully bring it all in. Yeah, I mean, as you can see, the coloring on this is absolutely ridiculous. Almost like a literal bronze color. So cool. Now I'm going to add the perfumer's alcohol. Now it's just turned into a soft golden color. Screw on the cap. And what we've all been waiting for is the spray test. Hopefully you guys are as excited as I am testing this. I know you don't really get to smell it, but hopefully I'll be able to describe it well enough. Ooh. I like it a lot. I mean, I like it a lot. The basil really freshens it up, and I only put 0.05. I think the only error I made was I put way too much mint. I think a 0.05 to 0.05 of the basil will be well over enough. I smell the coffee's there. I do think I need to match the cacao note with the coffee so it's even balance. Now for the skin test. Oh. Dang. It's hard to put a finger on it. Oh, I need to smell something else. It's like almost like a slightly green herbal coffee. Smell the tobacco's there. And it's kind of dried down to this warm cacao tobacco. Almost sweetness with the ethyl maltol. Overall, very nice. There's only a couple things that I would really change up. And it's already changed it, was the mint and basil. I do want to add... I almost want to add a 0.5 to each. To each the coffee, to each the coffee and the cacao. And then I want to say 0.05 to the tobacco too. I wish there was just more of it. I wish I could feel it. Suede is good. My suede is good. Suede is there. It's in the backdrop, and it's not the star in the show. The star in the show is the cacao and coffee. That's it. And then with a side character of mint. That's it. So that's that. I think the improvements are clearly there as far as this scent goes. This is the first one I'm going to send off, and I'll let you guys know what my client thinks of it. If I can find my Sharpie. I want to find my Sharpie. Where's my Sharpie? Where's my Sharpie? I'll find it later. I guess I'll find it later. So that's me finishing up that scent for as of right now. I hope you guys enjoyed this crazy video, and I will see you guys next time. Thank you for watching. Alright, peace out.